Right, now let's quickly analyze the counter-terror efforts in Africa by the United States of America, by the local powers, by France and other countries. The United States of America is actually leading the war against terror around the globe, as we all know, after 9/11. They were involved in Afghanistan, they were involved in Middle East, and now they are shifting their focus towards African region. Why? Because many terrorist organizations, Al Qaeda and Islamic States, they have got shelter here in this region. They have regrouped here in this region, and they have got safe havens and sanctuaries, and they have established themselves in this region. And now, slowly and gradually, they are regrouping and re-energizing in this region. So there is a pertinent threat that in future these organizations, after regrouping and reorganizing themselves in this region, they may pose threat to the regional and global security. So this is also one of the challenges. To overcome this particular issue, United States of America has conducted regular military exercises in this region, especially flintlock counter-terrorist exercises take place annually in this region, in which they try to improve the capacity of the local security forces. So more than 1,600 service members from 30 African nations and Western nations, they participated in this particular exercise just to improve their overall capabilities, strengthen their civil-military relationship, and of course, interoperability of the regional and with Western countries. And of course, to grow together in a healthy partnership, so they can learn from the local forces, so they can learn from the Western forces like French and Americans and other forces. This is also very important effort by the United States of America. Another important step which the United States of America have taken is that the United States of America has deployed about 6,000 to 7,000 troops in the African region under the AFRICOM command. And these particular troops, 7,000 troops almost, they help the local countries in counterterrorism, in training, advice, in all sorts of help. But still, if you analyze the region of Africa, which is 30 million square kilometer area, and which is a population of about 1.3 billion, I think 7,000 troops in Africa are inadequate. United States of America got bases, about 11 bases in Horn of Africa, which is like Somalia and all these 8 countries, 5 states here in this region. And they got other 13 bases in other part of the African region. But I would say the 7,000 number is enough, not enough, and they must deploy more and more troops to counter this threat and provide support, air support, close air support, surveillance and reconnaissance support to the local forces. United States of America, they also got 2 bases in Niger, and these 2 bases are used for 2 purposes. First, for surveillance, reconnaissance, observation, close air support, and of course, for targeting the militants. And so far, this base is also called as Air Base 201, which is located in the city of Agadez in Niger. So far, these particular efforts by the United States of America have been, to some extent, they have been successful against militant groups. But drone strike, as we have experienced in Afghanistan and Pakistan, are not the solution of the problem. They are actually creating more problems for the regional and global powers. The US also enhanced its military assistance and deployed over 300 troops in Nigeria. So 2 bases in Niger and 300 troops deployed in Nigeria just to improve the counter-terror capacity of the Nigerian security forces so they can fight against Boko Haram and other terrorist organizations in the region. So America initially established a multinational joint task force, and this task force was actually in Nigeria, in Bago and Borno states. But in 2015, when militant groups Boko Haram, they took over that particular region. So America then shifted this base to from other area, and now it is based in Chad. So this multinational joint task force, actually it consists of soldiers from Nigeria, Cameroon, Benin, Chad and Niger, and they work under the supervision and the guidance of the United States of America. So this is also one effort which is taking place in this region. This particular effort, the US and France, they are actually providing support in aerial support, which is crucial for these countries, because these countries are, they don't have enough aerial support, like they don't have armed drones, they don't have good aircraft capabilities and other things. So they are providing, actually, the US and French, they are providing them surveillance, intelligence sharing, and of course targeting the militants in the area. The US has also taken a few steps to ban this particular organization. Like, for example, Boko Haram was designated as a global terrorist organization, and a bounty of $7 million have been placed on the head of Abu Bakr Shikau, who is the head of this organization. Another organization, Ansaru, was also banned, was designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the US, and they seized their assets anywhere in the world. The US provided about $400 million in aid to counter the influence of Islamic State in the western provinces in Nigeria and its neighboring states. So this effort is good, and in this way they are improving the capacity of the local security forces of Nigeria. So if you look at the terror victim states in the region, if you will analyze, starting from Nigeria, Niger, Chad, Burkina Faso, Mali, Somalia, Kenya, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Libya, all these states in Africa, they have been considered as the terror victim states, and these states have faced extreme violence from Al Qaeda, from IS, from local militant groups. So this is another major challenge. The US has also allocated about $30 million for de-radicalization of counterterrorism or counter-extremism through USAID. So USAID has carried out some programs in which they actually de-radicalize the local youth, provide them education, engage people, give them a different type of livelihood, so they can leave this particular terrorism and extremism and join the normal life. The US has also provided $200 million for the Lake Chad Basin areas because of the global warming issues. And this lake has been, it has also faced problem. As you can see, in 1972, the water resources were much more there, but now in 2018, it has shrunk to a smaller area. Now the because of the global warming, this area, the Lake Chad Basin area, has suffered a lot. So countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad, and others, they suffered a lot. And United States of America is now providing $200 million in the humanitarian assistance just to improve human security in that region, which is also necessary for counterterrorism. The US established AFRICOM in the area, and as I told you before, the 7,000 soldiers from the United States of America, they have been deployed in this area in Africa. Under the US AFRICOM banner, the security cooperation entail military support, border management, aid for the capacity building for police force, deployment and reconstruction is also taking place. So AFRICOM is actually playing a significant role in bridging the gap and improving the overall security situation in African region. They are trying, but it is not enough. According to a recent report, United States of America is now coming up with more bases, and they are establishing themselves in this region, and they are coming up with many ideas to have more and more areas under their control in this region. So by 2021 to 2025, United States of America is going to establish more bases in the region just to counter this threat of Al Qaeda and ISIS. Now both these terrorist organizations, they are actually transnational terrorist group, and they have the ability to carry out attack transnationally against US and European countries. So this is a major threat for the US, and this is the reason that we can expect that they are not going anywhere in recent future. The Americans, they are also planning a few bases, as I told you before, in Djibouti, Kenya, and Niger. As you can see here on the map, Djibouti is right here. And of course, it is a country of, it is called at the Horn of Africa. And then you got another country, Kenya, which has also suffered from the terrorist attacks from Somalia-based terrorist organizations like Al-Shabaab. And then you got Niger, where the US have established their drone bases from where the US UAVs fly and carry out surveillance and reconnaissance and also carry out some targeted missions.